about my stuff. You don't even wear ties.
Look, I don't
Oh,
think a
we're
nicer
live.
tie means you have two colors there. I mean, is that
It's
the way it's
supposed to be
supposed to
two
be?
colors.
Yeah, you
Yes.
say that.
Well,
And my shirt is supposed to be too tight on my body.
okay. Now you make me
That's just how it
feel like
works.
self-conscious about my tie.
Hey there, everyone. This is Jumpstart Live with your friendly neighborhood Peter Hartman and Tom Hartman. We're here to give you the straight dope on crypto. Um, Today, I am wearing. I thought we were going to be the Blazer brothers today, but Tom went.
Did you want to
What
say Blazer Brothers?
brothers? What are you doing? A Where's Waldo type thing? Is that it? Is this so we can find you in the
Look,
crowd?
I thought by now I'd have my extra blazer. It didn't come in, Peter. Plus, I
Okay.
didn't expect that. I guess explain it like I'm 5 series with you goes on for at least 4 episodes. So I don't know. I don't know.
Look, if
It's
if
on
you
you.
don't do that extra year of grade six, I mean, everybody needs an extra year of grade six. I'm wearing my navy blue blazer. That's right, my navy blue blazer. Some people would call this black, but those people would be idiots. I'm not saying Tom is one of those people.
Let us know in the comments which one do you think it is, black or blue. Whoever wins will get 5 Cardano.
So we're here for our fourth segment of A Beginner's Guide to Crypto. If you haven't checked out segments 1, 2, 3 right now, you can go check it out. It's live on our website, youtube.com/happy for a change. Maybe you're watching this on Facebook. Maybe you're watching this on Twitch. Maybe you're watching this on YouTube. But wherever you're watching us, remember to subscribe, like, and to hit that little bell so you get notified when we go live. Because when this crypto thing is done, we're not done. We got so much more to talk about. Today, we're looking at the Bitcoin price, which is right now at 62.9. Let's call it 63,000. Ethereum is at 41.82. We got ADA Cardano, which is at 216. The crypto markets are looking good today, Tom. What do you think? They're looking good?
They're looking very healthy. I mean, whenever you're looking at crypto markets, you got to look at the dollar, the US dollar. We won't get into that because that's not a one-on-one topic. But basically, dollar goes up, bad for crypto. Dollar goes down, good for assets.
That's the DXY, right?
Yeah, the DXY. So it's been going pretty sideways. And I mean, look, you care about crypto in your own currency. So you look at your own currency. If your own currency is going down, well, then you need more of it in order to buy Bitcoin. Look, I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing. All I'm saying is that clearly money is still coming into the crypto space. And I think that I was talking to a friend and they were asking if this is a good time to buy, which is always the classic question everyone asks me. No one asked me if it's a good time to buy when Bitcoin's at falling like a knife. No one wants to know what, by then. That's when it is a good time to buy. And so the question I usually respond with is, well, if you think it's going to double from here, then any price is a good price. And they're like, well, yeah, but I would prefer it if it fell, let's say, to 20% from here. I go, well, when it was 20% from here last time, you didn't want to buy it. So why would you buy it the next time it drops? He goes, well, I'll catch the next one. I go, okay, well, it could drop 20 to 50%, but it might be from 120,000 down to this number that you're at right now. So let's have this conversation again and see and see if people will buy it there.
That is funny. When it hits 100K, and if it corrects and it goes down to 63 again, people are going to be like, "Oh, 63,000, can't buy it, can't buy
It's
it."
going to
It's really
zero.
kind of zero. I should have bought it at 63. It's like, hey, look, do you think Bitcoin is a worthy investment in the long term? If so, buy it. If not, find something else. Invest in Tesla or something. We've got Cacafuego. That's an interesting name from YouTube here saying howdy. Well, howdy, Cacafuego. What is that? Hot shit? Is that what that is? I like that. I like it. Isn't that what that is? Cacafuego? Sounds like Spanish for hot shit to me.
No, I think it means free caca. Probably some like political refugee or something like that.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Exactly. Got to wear that on my t-shirt. Hi, howdy. How you doing? Glad that you're watching. If anybody's watching, you have any questions, any comments, please post them here. Happy to read them. Happy to hear what you have to say. You'll be shaping our beginner's guide to crypto because this will be a package deal that people will be able to watch here and heretofore. Is that? I forget.
Yeah.
How do you?
From now on.
From now on.
Here on out.
From here on out. All
From
right.
this point forward.
From this point forward.
As we go on.
D'ici là.
For the foreseeable future.
for the
I can just keep going, Peter. I got so many more
do,
of these.
Do 10 more.
But
Do 10
for
more.
for the sake of this conversation, let's just stop it here. But I could really go further.
All right. And much like Tom's Beginner's Guide to Crypto can go a lot further, we're actually going to be doing, this is a 101. We're actually going to be going in depth on investing and trading. So if you want to know about that, subscribe to us on Patreon, because I'm pretty sure that's going to be a Patreon exclusive. Patreon.com/happy for a change. Become a subscriber for $10 a month, and you can become a billionaire. Guaranteed. It's guaranteed.
Well, the reason that
guarantee.
we're going to be doing that on subscriber only is that I feel that if you're not if someone's not willing to do $10, $15 subscription in order to participate in the trading, well, they're going to have a heart attack when they try to swap something on an Ethereum network, and it costs $100 to do a $20 trade. So it costs money to make money, and so it's sort of to weed out the weak, Peter. We really don't want anybody who's looking for free stuff there. This is the free stuff. Buy some Bitcoin and sit on it. You want to trade like an adult, like with your big girl and big boy pants? Well, you're gonna have to cough up the subscription fee.
But it's damn well worth it. I mean, if you thought this beginner's guide was good, we really go in depth. Tom knows a lot more about this stuff, and there's so many things that you'll avoid, pitfalls and hassles that you definitely want to avoid. Don't learn things the hard way if you don't have to. Stand on the shoulders of giants, or stand on Tom's shoulder. All right. Tom, a beginner's guide to crypto. Let's get into it. Where are we at? Where do we leave off?
So we're about to talk about, basically, we're getting down to it. Where do you want to buy crypto? But I want to actually cover a point that you brought up last time, and that has become more important recently. And that's the idea of taxation. Like, what happens with the taxation of owning Bitcoin. Now, we're not going to give any sort of tax advice. We don't give financial advice. We don't give legal advice or anything like that. You're going to have to speak to an accountant if you want more details about it. But the reason why it's important to bring up is that, I don't know if you saw this recently, Peter, but Janet Yellen, the former Fed chairman and now the Treasury Secretary of the United States, is saying that they're floating this idea that, and it looks like they're going to do it, they're going to tax wealthy people on their capital gains. Right? So capital gains is like, you buy a Tesla stock at $500, it goes up to $1,000, and you're up $500 per share. Normally, you would only be taxed once you sold the stock. You realized all those gains. Those gains actually become yours, and then it's like, okay, well, that's you make capital gains. Now you get taxed on that. Well, now they're saying that in order to get after the millionaires and billionaires, the wealthiest Americans not paying their fair share, they want to tax capital gains, unrealized profits. That means the person who didn't sell that stock yet would have to pay taxes that year as if they had sold that stock.
I thought capital gains was when you sold it.
Yeah, capital gains tax is supposed to be when you sell an asset, but here they're saying they want to tax it on unrealized profits.
Is that still called capital gains, or is that just called stealing your shit?
No, it's capital gains. It's considered. It's considered. It's still capital gains. It's just that it's capital gains on unrealized gains as opposed to realized gains, which is crazy, because the idea is that you pay that tax. If the next year it falls and you weren't able to sell it, now you're selling at a loss. Do you get a capital loss? Are you able to write that off? Like, what's going to happen there? And the big thing is that people go, well, why are you complaining about this? It's only going to be on the millionaires and billionaires. That's who they're targeting. Those are the people who have to pay that. Yeah, the threshold, Peter, I think in the United States for when they're going to start paying attention to that is if you make more than $600 like a month or something like that, like some pittance. So I mean, it's not the millionaires and billionaires that have to worry about it. It's a person who's making $60,000 a year, and they're like, oh yeah, that that 401k you had, or the mutual fund that you bought, or some sort of asset you have, including crypto, we're going to tax you on that today.
Look, you got to pay for those bridges and those roads. You got to pay for the police officers.
Peter, there'd be no bridges or roads. If they didn't tax people, people would just be stuck at the border of rivers and gullies, and they'd be like, oh my God, I can't get across. There's no way.
All right, Tom.
So that is a real risk. The taxation risk is a risk.
Taxation
and depending on where you live, depending on your jurisdiction, you got to take a look at what's happening there, because I mentioned in the last video that the regulatory risk was that it would go to zero, but there's also a regulatory risk that depending on where you live, you might have you might have to pay more in taxes than you made, which is a nightmare. So it's just something to keep an eye out for. And call your member of parliament or congressman and tell them to stop that. Peter, I heard this great thing on Real Vision. This person was Raul Powell was interviewing this person, the guy who actually created Wall Street Bets, the Reddit group, and he was saying the guy was suggestion, very tongue in cheek, like, how about we create an NFT that generates interest. Just a large amount of interest. We get a bunch of crypto people. They put a couple $1 million in. It's generating interest, $10,000 a quarter or something like that. And you give it to congressmen, and you say this money is going to be, this thing is going to spit out money and deposit into your bank account, free and clear. But if you pass any laws against crypto, well, you're gonna lose out on your money train over here. So this golden goose only works if you just leave the laws the way that they are. But if you want to put a kibosh on them, put a kibosh on it.
I like it. I love it.
Yeah.
I like it. It's a great idea. Right now, it seems like a perfect time to tell everyone we are not financial experts. We're not financial advisors. This is our opinion. Consult your accountant and all those people when it comes to taxes and everything. But it's fun to talk about. If you want to talk about it, want to chat about it, you might want to join us on Telegram/Discord. We are having conversations there all the time, or would be if you came by and asked questions. So if you have questions
if you go to Telegram/Discord, you end up on 4chan. I'm not sure if you knew that.
You can join us
go
on
to
Telegram.
patreon.com/happyforachange, sign up, and then you'll get all the links for where you're supposed to be.
That's right, or check the description down below. All right, this will be a lot of fun. I hope that the tax thing gets resolved to some degree, but if you have to pay the taxes, it means you made some money. Better to make money and pay taxes on it than make no money and pay no taxes on it. Actually, I'm not sure that's true. Anyway, A Beginner's Guide to Crypto Part 4, where we left off last week, we were talking about just before, how do you buy cryptocurrencies? What was the slide before that? It was
the one before that was the benefits of owning crypto.
Benefits of owning crypto. Oh, that's right. So now we're moving on to
how to buy cryptocurrencies. Now, the reason why this is an important subject is that before you get into the crypto space, you're not really going to understand the pitfalls of some of the decisions you make. So, for example, they're buying crypto. If you Google it or you go into an app, you'll see dozens and dozens of places where you can buy crypto. Everybody's looking to trade, to take your dollars in order to give you some Bitcoin or any type of cryptocurrency. And what you want to make sure, the thing that you want to keep in mind is that not all exchanges are the same. So, for example, in right now, I'll have on the slide here, these are 5 exchanges that I might recommend. So Coinbase, Kraken, Newton, CoinSquare, and Binance. They are exchanges that allow you to have access to a fairly broad slice of the top tier cryptos. So we talked about before, only really target the top tier cryptos if you are getting into the space. CoinSquare is a little bit rough. They don't have all the different cryptos that I want, all the different pairs, but it's easy to get into for Canadians, so I put that there. But really, Newton is what I would recommend. And if you're American, Kraken is fantastic. The point here is that all these platforms actually give you access to your cryptocurrency. So when you're buying something on an exchange, the exchange holds the cryptocurrencies for you. They're taking on that liability, and they owe you those cryptocurrencies. It's under your name, but they're the custodian. They're the custodian for it. So basically, it's not like yours. They're holding it for you, and so there's all kinds of risks that come up with that. If they get shut down, if there's a hack, there could be, if there's regulatory risk that's targeted directly to these platforms, there could be some issues there, and then you could wake up one day and your crypto either gets force sold for you and the money given to your account, or lost and it's gone. That's happened many times before, where exchanges, because they're not set up properly, or because they rub some politician the wrong way, gets closed down. And so if you hear rumblings of that, what you want to be able to do is to be able to take your crypto and move it from wherever it is, the exchange that it's on, somewhere else. might be to some sort of hardware wallet like Trezor or Ledger Nano X. We're not going to talk about that inside of the 101, but basically it allows you to hold on to your own crypto. They're the keys of your own crypto. Literally, if you unplug it from the internet, no one else can get access to it. And all 5 of these platforms will allow you to transfer out. Whereas other things like someone I know recently bought some cryptocurrencies on Wealth Simple, this popular Canadian app that allows for $0 trades, so commissionless trading. They also just now included Bitcoin and I believe some other cryptocurrencies you can buy. But when you're buying it there, you don't own the crypto. You can't transfer that out to anywhere else. All you can do is sell it back into the same marketplace and get your money for it. So it's great if you want to, if you're used to the app, if you have no plans on holding on to crypto for a long period of time, or you don't care about the ownership of it. It's easy. You can just convert it back to dollars whenever you want to. So that's a benefit. But you got to know that you don't actually have control over that crypto directly. So why cause yourself any headache? Just go to one of these guys that are that do give you access to crypto, and you could sell it back into whatever dollars you want whenever you want to. There's no problem with that.
Well, look, if you put your money in the bank, I know this from personal experience. Eventually, the bank will start removing money from your account. They call it fees, but there are no fees under my mattress, right? So there's kind of a give and take depending on what you're using, depending on what service. There's risk associated with that. You talked about, you mentioned the having ownership of your wallet or not having ownership of your wallet, and there's pros and cons to both, right? So.
I'm not one of those guys who got into crypto because I care so much about privacy. In fact, I'm on the other side of the ship. I want less privacy for everybody equally. The problem with privacy isn't that the problem with privacy that some people have privacy and other people don't. If everybody had no privacy or had the same level of privacy and it eroded at the same pace, I think we get great things. I mean, don't we like it when social media platforms know so much about us that they have ads that are targeted directly to you? I mean, I like that. I want information targeted directly to me. Wouldn't we like to be able to own our data and sell that to other people? Like we would trade privacy for money. Like absolutely, we're doing it now for free. So
yeah,
I mean, Gmail's reading all your emails, so you don't really care about privacy.
Look, Facebook can analyze all our personal messages, and who cares if I send a secret message and it doesn't actually get deleted? It's perfectly fine. If people want to see naked pictures of me, then people see naked pictures of me. Yeah, privacy, who needs that? I'm not into crypto because of privacy. I'm into crypto because of the fourth turning aspect of it, right? The world changing aspect it can have. And that's what I'm really excited about. I understand there's give and take, there's pros and cons. But overall, I think crypto is moving in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean that's a great point. With one of the things in the fourth turning book from William Strauss and Neil Howe, definitely a must read for everybody, is this idea that there would be a challenge to the existing systems, so the existing structures. We're seeing that in the political sphere in one way, but we're also seeing it in the financial sphere with this with crypto, which is basically just eroding just eating up the pylons on the financial systems, to the point where it's unignorable now, right? Bitcoin used to be given away for free and it was a joke, and now people go, you almost want to filter people on OkCupid dating websites for how many Bitcoins they have and how long they've had it. It tells you a little bit about the person. So that crypto is happening right now at this fourth turning, where we're having this whole revolution in ideas and in social structures. To me, lends even more credence to the idea that crypto might be like prophesied to be, like it's supposed to be right now. Anyways, the other thing I would want to say about that is that, let's say you don't want to deal with the exchanges, right? So you sign up to an exchange and it's all kinds of different problems or things you have to jump through. You have to do on good ones, they want to know who you are, KYC, know your customer. So you might have to upload your driver's license and your passport, prove who you are, connect your bank account, and all kinds of different things like that. So not everybody likes that. If you're not used to the space, you don't know who Coinbase is from Adam. The last thing you want to do is send them your passport information. You might not feel comfortable with that. Okay, fine. or you're not in it for the trade. You just want to put something. You have other investments inside the stock market, and you rather just have all your investments in one place. Well, this is where buying stocks that give you exposure to crypto might be useful to you. Now, it'll never be necessarily as good as buying cryptocurrencies directly, but if what you want, you don't care if your neighbor's making 300% profit and you're making 100% profit, fine, you can buy some crypto stocks. And crypto stocks come in all kinds of different shapes and flavors. There's
Is this
on
crypto
the
stuff that we see on the slide here, or?
That's right. Yeah. So over here, just 6 examples. By no means is it an exhaustive list, but let's say in Canada we have BTCC, which is a Bitcoin ETF. There's new Bitcoin ETFs that have come on the New York Stock Exchanges within the last few days. You can get there. There's companies that have Bitcoin on their balance sheet, and as such, the value of the company is sort of correlated with Bitcoin. So we saw that with MSTR that over the last year, the stock has gone up 322%. So 3 times your money on MSTR over the last year. And there's reason to believe that might continue. Tesla, which I don't have here right now, just went from people saying it's going to crash down to zero to it making all-time highs, I think yesterday. Last week. And so these companies that are crypto plays, like I said, come in different flavors. We also have the HUT. HUT is a mining company. So we know about these companies who mine Bitcoin, and some of these are publicly traded companies. So if you had bought HUT a year ago, you'd be up 12 times your money. That's not too shabby, right? So these are, and sometimes if you get a stock that is correlated to crypto and it doesn't really have a lot of buzz, and you might be able to get it at dirt cheap, right? Galaxy, GLXY. When I first, so stupid. When I first bought Galaxy, it was at $1.50, and then I sold it at $3, thinking I was hot garbage, Peter. I thought it was real slick. Double your money on that. Not that a huge amount to begin with, but doubling your money felt pretty good. And then I think 3 months later, the stock was at $40. That was painful. That was real painful, right? Then I felt like the people who don't know when to buy Bitcoin, because when it went from $40 down to $30, I go, do I want to buy it now? Sometimes you just have to, what's
Well,
mine
even
now is the 100% gain I made and the sadness in my heart. That's okay. It's fine.
you sent us a message this morning in our group talking about SafeMoon. Is now a good time to buy? I wonder, because SafeMoon really went to the moon and then wasn't quite so safe anymore, and now there's this uptick. I feel like it's correlated with the market and it'll downturn. I don't know if it has any fundamentals to it, but what do you think?
I mean, they do have fundamentals, but they have fundamentals in the way that
A Ponzi scheme has fundamentals.
no. It's more like they're not trying to be a Ponzi scheme. They don't know that they're a Ponzi scheme. They think they're legitimate. Right? It's sort of like how when people go, well, why doesn't the government just print a bunch of money and give it to everybody? Okay, Junior. There's all kinds of different problems surrounding that. It's not exactly that easy. There's all and so the in SafeMoon they got a lot of money, right? They made millions and millions of dollars. Like they got it, the owners of SafeMoon were there at the beginning. So even though tons of people might have lost tons of money, just tons of money, they're sitting on millions and millions of dollars. So they want to parlay the name. They just opened up a new an office, a beautiful office. They're hiring people. They came out with a wallet, like a crypto wallet. I don't know why anyone needs it, but whatever. They came out with a crypto wallet. They're coming up with their own exchange. They have different products, and sometimes some of these coins, especially these meme coins, these story coins, it's not about if you think that they're going to be the next Amazon.com. It's just like, okay, are they creating enough hype that more people will come into this musical chairs game? And if so, do I want to participate for a little bit? It's like going to the casino. It can be fun as long as you go with that mentality and you manage how much you're betting.
So, I mean,
yes, buy SafeMoon. Buy as much SafeMoon as you can. Go all in, mortgage your house. SafeMoon's going to the moon. You want to be left behind.
So, I mean, how much do you like these crypto stocks versus the underlying asset, the crypto itself? I mean, Do you still play with these stocks here? You got
Yes.
BTCC on the ETF. Do you care about that? MicroStrategies I really like, but you know,
So I don't like MicroStrategies because they're not a crypto company. It's just that
no.
their balance sheet has a lot of crypto, and so if that's what I'm interested in, might as well just buy the crypto itself. But Galaxy Digital Holdings, they're trying to create new solutions, new products and services for people to be able to participate in the crypto space, and that I like. There's not a lot of companies trading on the stock exchange that are creating these services. So like Coinbase is on on the stock exchange, and there's new types of futures are there, and miners and different ETFs from different countries. So I like to see what they're doing now. As new companies, you're going to hear in the news, oh, there's new companies going public. They're going to be IPOing, and they do this in the crypto space or that in the crypto space. That's where you want to like perk up and pay attention. And go, hey, maybe I'll take a look at that. You know, oh, I like the story that they have over here. Maybe I'll allocate 1%, 2% of my portfolio to that and see where it goes. You never know, you know. And stocks are not nearly as volatile as the crypto space, and so all right. So let's say you bought Coin, which is the stock for the stock ticker for Coinbase, and it dropped like a knife. It dropped 50% and then bounced up a bit or whatever. What's Coin doing right now? Let me just take a quick look. So if you okay, so Coin opened up at $381. Then it dropped. It dropped pretty precipitously. So it sort of correlated with the drop in Bitcoin. It dropped 40%, and then now it's back up to even. Like it's basically a little bit lower than it was when it IPO'd. So that's not so bad. If you bought it there and you held it, you had the wherewithal to hold it. Well, then you're pretty even here. So it's not bad for something inside your portfolio. And then if Bitcoin shoots up a lot, you can imagine that this might go up 100%, 200% from here. You never know. So the it might be one thing I like about the crypto stocks is that, let's say I'm in crypto for the long haul. Well, you might do, this is not an advanced topic, but this is an advanced topic, but I'll just mention it here. You might buy the cryptocurrency, and then you might either buy the stock or buy options on the stock in order to juice up your gains a bit. So an option allows you to, you know, if the stock moves $1, the option might move $10 in your favor, or rather, if you're going to make 10% profit on the stock, an option might give you 100% profit, or just buying the stock. Right? You might say it's easier for me to just buy a stock and sell the stock. I'm used to that, but the crypto, I don't really want to jump in and out of it. So the crypto will be long hold, and the stock will be what I trade, or the opposite. So it gives you ways of mixing and matching what you want to do.
All right. So when you're talking about beginners, I know you'll tell people like get some crypto, hold it. You'll understand the space more. Will they be able to understand the space as effectively if they own the stocks?
Definitely. So the stocks are correlated with the with Bitcoin, with the crypto space. Not one for one, but fairly well correlated. And so it's, I mean, I don't think I've really seen, unless there was some sort of problem with management or whatever, and I still haven't seen that, where the stock goes down and while Bitcoin goes up. Generally speaking, they move together. So if I was going to just start off and test the waters, and I wanted to do it with some stocks, I would buy, let's say, the Bitcoin ETF, a little bit of Galaxy, a little bit of Tesla, and just see what happens from there. The benefit of the Tesla stuff is that not only is a play on crypto, on Bitcoin and Doge, it's also a play on the technological innovation. Like, say what you will about Elon Musk and what he's doing, what they're doing is technological innovation, and so that gives you some exposure there. But there's also the ARK ETF from Cathie Wood, ARKK. That's a pretty interesting stock that I would buy. That you buy ARKK, you get some Tesla in there. So it's an ETF that bundles in a bunch of stocks, and it gives you some Tesla in there and some other things that are tech related in the biomedical field, inside the transportation field, and the communications field. So that's pretty good. So if you take a look at ARK, I'll just pull it up here for you. So we have the logarithmic chart. Let me go regular. So this is the chart of ARK. and it's gone up. It started off at around $20 when it first launched, and now it's trading at $120. And so, if you actually take a look at this guy, let me just show you his line. All right, can you see
Is
that
this still
there?
ARK? This is still ARK?
Yeah, this is ARK. Let me overlay that with Tesla, so you can see. So this Tesla. So if you see here, they're pretty well correlated because ARK, the blue line, has some Tesla inside of it. Well, the fact that Tesla just shot up gives us some idea that, like, some conviction that ARK might shoot up too, right? So this might be a good indication. So if you held some Tesla and some ARK, you might be like, oh, now I should buy a little bit more ARK, right? Maybe I should sell a little bit of Tesla and buy some more ARK, or just hold on to it and buy some more over here. And if I compare it again to the Bitcoin space, you can see that this is the Bitcoin line. So the Bitcoin is the teal one. So Bitcoin went up, and so Tesla went up too, and chances are ARK will go up as well. So you see here the teal line moves. In some cases, it moves before the the stock sometimes moves before the Bitcoin price. But there's all kinds of things inside the digital space. But this is what you're saying. Would stocks count as a good exposure, as a good first step exposure? Absolutely. There's definitely money to be made there.
Before we move any further, I just want to say hi to Cherie Vibe, who's saying in the chat, "Hey guys, hi there, Cherie.
Hey,
Happy
Cherie.
to have you here. Thank you for joining us. I hope you got that notification by hitting that little bell. I see you there on YouTube." Tom, thank you for this information about stocks. And I didn't really realize there were so many options in the stock world versus comparing to the crypto markets. It definitely seems like a less riskier thing to do. And if sometimes I talk to people who already dabble in stocks, they already buy them. They own Apple, they own Tesla. So this is a good way for them to get a little bit of it without having to worry about the details. What do you got next for us in A Beginner's Guide to Crypto Part 4?
Well, we got nothing else left here. That's the extent of it. So we want to say thank you, everybody, for paying attention to that. So we're gonna put that. We're gonna get some clips out, get some people interested. What we're hoping is that if you found this useful at all, that you send this to other people. You send it to your grandparents, your parents, your children, your neighbors, just people at your local prison, maybe a barista at the Starbucks.
Pet dog, pet snake.
Peter, don't be ridiculous. That's crazy talk. But I do want to talk about some of the things that are coming. So Peter and I, we actually resisted this idea of doing crypto focused content for a while. We didn't want to become like crypto enthusiasts and now it's a crypto channel. That's not how we see it. We're not really into this idea of get rich quick schemes, or we don't want to be we're not into that Wall Street bets sort of gambling mentality. That's not what this is all about. What this is all
hate
about
gambling. I hate gambling, just so you know. I can't stand it. I'd rather have the $5 I have and nothing else than risk that $5 for the chance of getting 10 or losing. I can't stand it. I go to the casino. I can't stand it. Okay, my favorite thing about casino is the free juice that they give out. All right, and the hot chocolates and the teas that I can get. And I'll bet you, I'll spend $5 at the casino and I will drink a boatload of tea. All right, I will get my money's worth. I can't stand gambling, and that's why I like what Tom is doing here with crypto, because we're getting out of the gambling mindset, which I feel like a lot of people are doing. When I'm watching these videos on YouTube and hearing checking out Twitter, don't go on Twitter. It's a ton of gambling mindset. Hold it now, buy, sell, get it. It's just like, I'm investing in the future. I believe in the technology. I'm preparing myself for this fourth turning. That's what I love about it. So Tom, I love that you're not talking about this in terms of gambling, and it's really about a logical, emotionally stunted way of moving forward. I like it.
Well, it's sort of like if I were to tell someone, go take a probability course to understand probabilities, they're not going to do that. If I were to tell someone, go to khaneconomy.org and take the free seminar and go through pre-calculus and calculus and understand how the language of the universe is based on calculus and how calculus allows you to predict things in the future, no one will do it. If I were to tell someone to read some financial book, go through some sort of economics course, they're not going to do it. And I understand why. As somebody who has done that, if I didn't have a propensity for it, it would be boring beyond boring. I mean, Peter, we have these nice conversations, but most people find me insufferable. No one wants to hear this 24/7. I want to hear this 24/7. So it's difficult to. It's such important information to understand risk and optionality and making your money work for you, and the risks you take by not taking any risks. Like, all this is very important. And like you just said, you didn't even know that we talk about crypto and stocks constantly. You didn't even know these stocks even existed on the stock market. And it happens to a lot of people. I mean, they'll find out about it when it reaches all-time highs. And people go, oh my God, if I invested into this 2 years ago, I would have made a boatload of money. But the point isn't, oh, you should invest in it so you can make a boatload of money. The point is, you want to be exposed to information that is useful literally in your daily life. The things I have learned from the financial markets, I mean, one, I go, how did they not teach this in school? I would have paid way closer attention. And the principles are useful in how you deal with your friends and family. It's useful how you deal with your own health. It's useful in all kinds of different domains. And so when you put a little bit of money in and you have some skin in the game, all of a sudden this information becomes contextualized. When you're looking at YouTube videos of someone who's talking about how this crypto coin is going to rise 5,000% over the next week, now you have something you're able to discern. Or attempt to discern, is this person telling the truth? Are they not? Or do they think they're telling the truth, but they have no idea what they're talking about? You get to validate that with paying attention to it. What if it does go up? And then you could be like, oh, the information that they said about it was useful. Let me pay attention to that in the future. It's fun. It's this game. It's like learning how to play a board game. You get into it, and all of a sudden now there's a whole world that opens up to you. That's what we want. That's why we find this interesting, and that's why we started talking about crypto. And Peter, you'll agree, it is very difficult to see a aspect of our lives, just regular lives that people have, that is not enhanced by crypto in some way. It's the same way as saying, telling someone, like, now I rarely go to the grocery store. I just have them deliver, right? Now, I take that for granted, that there's a service I could go to and have them deliver. But there's tons of people who don't even know that you can have your things delivered, and they'll trudge through the snow. They'll travel for an hour. And you go, wait, that 3 hours you spend going to the grocery store, figuring out what you want to make, getting it home, packing it away. If you took that time and you go, how much was that time worth? And you go, that time to be worth whatever. You're saying $20 an hour for your free time. Fine. So that's $60 you're spending extra in order to do that. But the delivery charge for them to deliver it is $10. Right? So you might be like, well, then it's worth it. I'll pay $10 to get 3 hours back. Why wouldn't you? But it's understanding that the technology exists, understanding what the options are that enriches your life. And I feel crypto, in so many different ways, is doing that, and it's going to continue to do that for years to come.
We have Cherie here who says you're both awesome. I just had to mention that. That's really cool. Tom's very awesome. That's for sure.
Yeah. Peter's okay.
She also wrote, it's Cherie at oh, this is under Emmanuel Helmut. It's Cherie at lunch. My phone died. I like it. Thank you for jumping on someone else's phone there. Thank you, Emmanuel, lending your phone.
Make sure to like and subscribe from that person's phone, just in case.
You both make it interesting. What's this last one? You both make the process fun and exciting. Well, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. We got a lot more fun and excitement ahead for you folks. We have some games to do. We have some prizes. We got a lot of things. If you check out our Happy for a Change channel, you can see we're always experimenting and doing wonderful things. I'm doing a series called Help Desk for Humanity, where we're going to be giving away a Vitamix. It's housed as an employee prize bonus, but it's actually for the viewers. They don't know it yet. But yeah, we're doing wonderful things here. We're definitely our job is to make things more interesting. When it comes to understanding crypto and things like that, of course, Tom has to give it to you in a professorial way and give you information. But now that you have this foundation, everybody who's watched this, you're really going to be on our page here as we move forward. So there's a lot to talk about. The world is changing, folks, and we're changing right along with it. This has been a lot of fun, Tom.
As always.
All right. So part 4. So we don't have any other parts to this.
No, we're done.
Oh my
After
god.
this, it'll be we'll start some sort of crypto podcast, and that's what we'll talk about. And we'll house it all there.
That's
But I want to
cool.
have the conversations with people on Jumpstart on Discord. Like that's where
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to do it.
We want to hear your questions and your comments. You really help us to determine what kind of content to bring forward to you. So please don't hesitate. Don't feel like it's coming out of left field or that it doesn't matter. Let us know what you're interested in. I'm very interested in knowing. One of the things that's up with this whole pandemic and the world the way it is now is that I socialize 0.1% compared to what I used to do before. And I really don't know. I don't have my finger on the pulse of what regular people are thinking of anymore. I don't know what's going on in the minds of people. I don't know what they want to know. I don't know what they need to know. I don't know the troubles that they're going through. I mean, I'm getting a glimpse of it because of certain things that you do online and seeing that and checking out, looking at the news and stuff. But I don't know. You talk to more people than I do, and you keep telling me that you rarely come into conversations with people, even strangers, who it doesn't turn to crypto at some point. It could be your tailor. It could be someone at the grocery store.
That's right. God forbid I mention crypto, right? The question that comes after that is like, it's always like, one person told me recently, I have so much student debt, and there's no amount of money I could put in there that'll pay off in my lifetime. What can I do? Right? Can crypto help with this? And it's so interesting to be able to tell them, well, they could. Yeah, absolutely. And the hope in their eyes, right? They're telling me, I have this burden and it's not going anywhere, right? Where someone else goes, if it wasn't for crypto, the last 2 years in the pandemic, I would have been on the street, right? Some people are like, this saved everything. So it's really, really interesting. It's hard for conversations not to turn to crypto, especially when the alternative is like, have you seen Squid Game or whatever? Like who?
That's pretty good. Squid Game is pretty good. Apparently, it's a metaphor for capitalism. I'm not sure. I think it's a metaphor for shooting people in the head. But it's all been very interesting. Oh, I'm sorry, Cherise. She's sad. No, don't go. She says. I'm new to Discord. Here's one. I'm new to Discord. I don't think I'm setting it up right. Tom, you're gonna
but actually look for her. I haven't seen her there yet, but I'll get in touch and we'll make sure she set up properly.
All right, so yeah, we'll contact you. We'll make sure that gets set up. I'm new to Discord too. I want to be a part of your team. Look, everybody who is you subscribe to Happy for Change or participating with us, you are a part of our team. We will be having. In the near future, we are going to be looking to integrate people more and more into what we're doing. Right now, we're just setting the groundwork so that people like you can get involved. I'm very happy that, Cherie, that you're interested in being a part of the team. That's definitely something we're looking forward to in the near future. But right now, just know that every interaction that you do, every time you comment, participate, watch, you are helping us to create something as we move forward. And we will be setting things up in such a way that people will be benefiting from a Happy for a Change. So whether that's a token, a rally token, or a token offered on Cardano, or some NFT, or some things to do in the crypto world, we're going to be doing some things that you're really going to be able to profit off of what Happy for a Change is doing on an individual basis. But for now, thank you so much for your participation. We really appreciate it. It's really absolutely fantastic. All right, Tom. What's on your mind? Should we talk about anything else? I mean, I know I'm kind of holding myself back from like diving into conversations because I really want this to be a beginner's guide to crypto. But do you have anything else
I want to talk about Cardano and just the blockchain space in general. There's something that's been on my mind. It's extremely annoying to me that the projects that people in the crypto space build are just other clones of other projects in the crypto space. So if that's I showed a slide with 5 exchanges. Like, why do we need? I mean, there are 1,000 exchanges. Why are there so many exchanges? Like, why are these programmers creating the same thing again and again? And it comes back to a problem as a programmer. This is what I saw all the time. Programmers are brilliant at programming and absolutely terrible at people. They do not understand what people need. So what I want to be seeing, and one of the things I want to be, I'm going to start soon, is to really push for people in the crypto space to create better versions of existing platforms that we're used to. We're talking about Craigslist and Fiverr and email, social media networks, or whatever. But because they're built on blockchain, or they're built with a blockchain component, they'll have like a little twist to that, right? So imagine there's a project called Cardano Wall. I don't know if I mentioned this before, where you're able to, it's just a simple website, and you put in a message, and this message gets pinned to inside of the Cardano blockchain, which essentially means that it's permanently there, that anyone can see it. It's permanently accessible. Now, right now, it's used for like stuff like if someone wants to prove that someone wants to prove that they've completed something, or more morbidly, I've seen like suicide messages be posted there, because people go, okay, I want this message to be available to everyone.
Oh my God.
Forever. It's not some note that's disappearing, but from little acorns do mighty orcs grow, right? Peter phrase. So I would love to see a chat bot, right? A chat messaging system that's built on it, not just that it's using blockchain technology in order to encrypt what's going on, but the opposite, where you're having this chat for it to be there in perpetuity. That would be pretty interesting. I want to see a Fiverr-like platform, where Fiverr is this platform where people post jobs that they're willing to do for you, creative jobs that they're willing to do for you, and then you can pay them in order to do it. They hold the money in escrow. The job is completed. If it's not completed or not completed to your satisfaction, you can cancel it. Your money, you get credited, so you can hire somebody else. If it works well, the person gets the money and everything's great. Love the platform, but I think to myself, the crypto can make this so much better by having this platform where, let's say, there are it's cryptos is used for the transaction, but let's say you had where people were putting in a pool of money with the crypto, that your participation on the platform, instead of paying the gig worker directly, you put it in this pool, and the interest that pool is generating goes to pay for the services that you're looking for. So you get to siphon off a bit of the profit from it to pay the other person, and then you, as long as your money's in there, you can do that. You get a share of the interest that's generated, and then when you're done, well, you can pull out your money if you're done and get your value back out. That way, you didn't lose any money going into it. You just made the system more profitable, and the people got their money through the interest, and it's the whole site is acting as a node within the Cardano blockchain, helping for security, which is why they're getting the interest to pay it. I was watching a video today where there's this something called Veritree, I think it's called, and what they do is that they pair with different products, that when you buy the product, they plant any number of trees proportional to whatever money that you spend. So let's say a dollar plants 5 trees, and so they're trying to work with Cardano in such a way that the use of the system, the use of the blockchain, generates this side profit that then goes to plant trees in order to help with climate change. And I just love that as a byproduct of the Cardano network, that it could cause trees to grow, right? Same thing with we've seen from Wikipedia. Every year we all get that email about, oh my God, if only 2% of people who use Wikipedia pay, and blah, blah, blah. If everyone paid their fair share, and Wikipedia would never have to raise money for blah, blah, blah. I go, why are you raising money in this way? Build a crypto fund, a base, and the interest from that crypto, or the price appreciation from that crypto, goes to pay the network, or create a token, a Wikipedia token, so that people who are contributors to Wikipedia by adding information and editing false information get a token. That activity generates a token for them, and the people who are consuming Wikipedia, there might be some sort of way of generating tokens that way, either they pay or how they're depending on how they're operating. But basically, creating a community token, a social token, a Wikipedia social token, where the token itself helps to pay for the platform, and then they don't have to fundraise from another person again. People will be like, "Oh, it's my full-time job to edit things on Wikipedia because I make $800 a month doing that, making sure it's up to date and all that, in a decentralized way." Like, why can't we have these sorts of things? So these are the things that the conversations I'm trying to have with the space, because I'm realizing programmers, they're never going to get here on their own. Never.
Well, the problem with Wikipedia is that it's a CIA plant. Everything that's put there is put there by the government. So, but I love your ideas, Tom. I really like that. I like to fantasize and think about how crypto will change the world. There's all these obvious ways, like taking the middlemen out of business and the bankers and all that, making things faster and easier to send around the world. But when it comes to the applications that are created, I'm not even sure. I mean, definitely our imagination doesn't even come close to what's going to be happening. If you ask people what the internet would have created back in the 70s, there's no chance in the world they would have told you what we have today, except Facebook, because that's a CIA project that was implanted by the government many, many years ago. But it's really a fascinating world that we're living in. Of course, I'm kidding about the CIA stuff. I don't, just conspiracy theories. But come on, the internet's for conspiracy theories. Okay, all right. There's Joe Rogan, and there's Jimmy Dore, and then there's Jumpstart. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what crypto is going to do, but I'm very excited about the things that we can create. What I really love about crypto is that how it holds the potential of whatever productivity you're doing will be accurately reflected in the value that you get in return. Right now, I don't think that the dollar amount, you hear this argument in the United States, whether it's true or not, that the wages people are earning, they're working 2-3 jobs and barely putting food on the table. That doesn't seem normal to me. It doesn't seem like in a system that works properly that something like that should occur. I know I've talked to some people who, I mean, we had a meeting one time on a mountain in Montreal for Happy for a Change, where people talked about a future of, oh, there's no money, we're just out living in nature and we share our food. And I thought that sounds like a terrible future of no productivity and innovation. But I totally understand the sentiment of not having to live every hour of your day trying to hunt down paychecks so you can pay your bills, only to barely make it or fall short behind and then end up in holes because you have to take out loans, pay the lenders, et cetera, et cetera. There's something going on that's fishy at the world. And I can't stand the people who wake up in the morning and go to bed thinking everything is peachy fine because they were able to browse Facebook and post on Instagram or check out some TikToks. Okay, the world's messed up, and I believe that crypto has the potential of allowing us to correct it. Right? Crypto doesn't correct it; it gives us the power in order to affect change in our world. Until the CIA and the FBI corrupts the crypto system and makes it impossible for us to do anything. We got to get on it fast, people. Got to get on it fast. I'm very excited about it. All right, Tom, I do want to talk to you some more. We definitely should do like a podcast or something, not maybe crypto specific, but where we can kind of shoot the breeze because there's a lot of things I want to talk about. But for now, I think we should wrap up this part 4, the final part. Cherie says we should do lunch. I don't know. I don't even know where you live, Cherie. Lunch. I don't do lunch with people who live in the same city that I'm in because COVID, and I'm also antisocial. I'm not antisocial. I'm just pro solitude. Very, very pro solitude. But definitely we have to interact online. You can do so by joining us on Telegram and or Discord, wherever you like best, or just commenting in the section down below and we can chat there. I know you sent me some messages on Patreon and we were communicating there. Anybody wants to communicate with us, we are happy to do so. So please send your comments, your suggestions, anything that you have in your mind, questions absolutely, and we'll answer them when you see us live. Remember to like us, subscribe, and hit that little bell so you know when we go live. We go live to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And soon we'll be on TikTok and Instagram and all that good stuff. Tom, Mr. Striped Shirt, was today the only day you wore a non-blazer?
Oh, thanks for bringing it up, Peter. I feel naked. I feel naked.
You have that Hermes tie, so don't worry about it. You're looking real dapper. You're excellent,
Thank you.
wonderful. Once I get off this, I'm getting on the phone with Tom, and we're going to be talking about what's happening in the crypto world. So if you want to know more about that, please join. My name is Peter Hartman.
I'm Tom Hartman.
And you're watching Jumpstart Live.
Jumpstart Live.
Thank you so much for watching. Take care. This was a lot of fun.